Diane. This is Stretching by the Bay. And out of your ear and just gently traction out and up. See how it looks like I'm trying to turn into spark? It opens the path of the vagus nerve and helps to flush the lymph. There's a lot of lymph, especially on the left side. Both sides, you can do both sides at one time. And just, don't pull too hard. Don't make yourself sore. So there you go. Appreciation, for your body, if you're stretching a body part, for being alive in the universe. Yes, absolutely, I do. Vibrations are amazing. Oh my God, science! I love science. I whole channel called that. I love science. So the stretching I do is super scientific, unlike most stretching. Sherrington's law. The stretching I do is based on Sherrington's law, and he won a Nobel Prize for the law of reciprocal innervation and inhibition, Sherrington's law, that now bears his name, almost 100 years ago. But not everybody's using it yet. Some people, major scientific principles upon which the active stretching that I've been doing for decades and teaching to other practitioners, upon which it is based. We also respect the stretch reflex. So that is a natural, we respect all the natural reflexes. Yeah, it's scientific stretching. It really is. Okay. Please do subscribe, leave me questions, comments, right on the videos that, it lets me know what you want to hear about, because I wouldn't have riffed on science if you hadn't shown up. See, I wanted to, okay. Thank you, sweet dreams. So I wanted to find how to set up the Q&A to let everyone know that I take Q&A. Yes, I love answering questions about flexibility and fitness, because that is my niche, that is my specialty, that is my superpower. And last week I got a lot of appreciation from a young athlete who asked me a lot of questions. And in fact, I even made a video about the question of the week. So who is going to ask me the question of the week this week? Going one. So AIS stands for Active Isolated Stretching. It is the life work of Aaron Mattis. He's a genius who has been honored on every continent that isn't solid ice. And actually, there's some fans of his on the continent that is solid ice right now. Yeah, my friend where I taught, I taught at her studio in Tucson. She's now at the South Pole. So anyhow, so active isolated stretching is based on Sherrington's law, the Nobel Prize winning law of reciprocal innervation and inhibition. And there are other neurological laws upon which it is based. So we respect all the natural reflexes. We work with them instead of overriding them. We do reps and sets like you do for pretty much every other form of training, and walking and running, right? One foot after the other. So yeah, it's super cool. It's called active isolated stretching, and it has several uses. So sometimes I actually do it to accomplish, I'll circle back. I'm going to finish this thought first. So sometimes I use it to accomplish a goal, like increasing a range of motion, or getting over an injury. So getting over injury is different than increasing a range of motion. People can also use it as a warm-up before activity or an athletic event, or a warm down to restore homeostasis, flush their tissues, rest and recover better. And the Nobel Prize, like I said, almost 100 years ago, he was studying eyeballs. So This is okay. So think about eyeballs. I have a cartoon one that's going in YouTube very soon. But you cannot look left and right out of the same eyeball at the same time. You have to relax one to be able to do the other. Otherwise, your eyes are going to look like boing, boing, like a cartoon character or something. So when the muscles that perform one action are firing, the muscles that perform the opposite action are inhibited from firing. So that's Sherrington's law. That is Sherrington's law in a nutshell. Halloween one. This is in the neuro hacks, most of which is short. And so just gently pull the ear out and up. Not enough to make yourself sore, just enough to make yourself look slightly like Spock. So the beauty of this is, I'm not doing this to stretch my ear, you guys. I'm not, really I'm not. But when I lift like this, you see how it moves this tissue here? And so it's opening up the path. It's opening up the path of the vagus nerve, and it's also opening up the lymph drains right here. And then they go to here. So you actually want to open these up first if you're doing it for lymph. But we have other moves in active isolated stretching for this area here. Yeah, so there's my Halloween one. This one actually got more views if you split your fingers like you are Spock and you cup your ear like that, and then you circle, you massage like that. And that also stimulates the flow there. Basic eye exercises are, you need some space. And, I'm going to do some of it. You're just going to have to imagine, because I'm pretty close to the camera. So I'm going to look at my thumb, and then I'm going to bring my thumb in. And I keep looking at my thumb. And I want to move my arm as fast as I can, but I have to stay true to the fact, I'm tempted to look at you guys. I have to stay true to the fact that I'm looking at my thumb. And so you do that, maybe a minute, maybe 20 seconds, don't get dizzy. And then you stop. And in good posture, perhaps lying down, you close your eyes, perhaps even cover them. Because even just eyes closed, if light is on, it's not darkness. But this creates darkness. And you make sure you're in good posture and alignment. And you breathe in and out through your nose, nice and slowly. You spend as much time resting as you did doing the exercise. The next one is you look at your thumb. I'm gonna have to turn sideways for this without knocking over the camera. Here we go. Okay, so, you still can't see me. So I look at my thumb, and then I look to the distance. I look at my thumb and I look to the distance. And again, I'm doing that as quickly as I can, legit, right? If I can't cut corners. So I look at my thumb and I look to the distance, and that helps your eyeballs. It exercises the muscles of your eyeballs, because you're using your eyes differently when you look close and when you look far. And here's the thing: why do we have an epidemic of cross-eyed kids? Because they're all staring at their screens right here, right? So, not all, but I'm just saying your eyes do need a break. Peripheral vision is your friend. So if you're taking a walk, your eyes will naturally engage in peripheral vision. It's actually what EMDR was based on. That's a trauma release therapy. Did someone else ask me a question? So those are two of them. There's more. Let me just get my leg over the camera. Stand without knocking it over. Okay. So then there's looking left and right, again, in good posture, as quickly as you can, legit, and then 60 seconds or less if you need to. Take a break, close your eyes, breathe. You want to spend as much time in rest and digest after each exercise as you do in each exercise. And then there's the look up and down and up and down. And so that's just with your eyeballs, not with your head. Obviously, it's good to be able to turn your head and to turn your head often, but this is specific to this exercise. And again, rest. Bathe your eyes in darkness. Bathe your eyes in darkness. And then do circles. Do circles with your eyeballs in one direction and bathe them in darkness. And circles in the other direction and again bathe them in darkness. And yes, think loving things about your vision. You know, like everyone says that you start needing bifocals when you're 40. I'm like, don't, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Still not wearing glasses. Still wearing the same glasses I wore when I was a kid. Like if I'm sitting in the nosebleed section of the theater, I need something to help me, like a little binocular action. But I can pass the driver's test without them and stuff. So I want to continue to be able to do that. So I try not to stare at things in front of, super close to my face too long, too often. Comments about castor oil. She was using it for her skin, which I've been doing too. And I use it on my navel because the navel is a distribution center for all your tissues, all your fascia. It's the fascial hub is my point. But castor oil, somebody wrote that they had in shelter when they had no money, they got their contact lens stuck on their eyeball. They'd hurt their eyeball and they were using castor oil. You want to use, pure in a glass castor oil. They used castor oil on their eyes for something. And then it wound up like helping their eyeball. So hearsay from somebody else's chat. Thank you all for coming. I am not Peter Thiel. I am not going to. This is not the witch that's going to melt when you say 6'7", okay? By the way, check out the Spock video. She's untamable. Thank you all so much for coming. Remember, a cost-free way to show your love and support is to click on the videos, leave comments, watch them all the way through. A lot of them are super short, so that's super easy. And just let YouTube know that I'm building a community of lovely people and we are alive and well and thriving. Thank you so much for being here. Diane Way, Stretching by the Bay. See you soon.